Okay, this is a good way to learn how to deal when people grab your pants and you have no grips on the hands, ready to play guards and stuff. And even if you don't know how to play open guard, this is a good way to start playing it. And he asked me two questions. So he says, Johnny, they always pass me on my left side, which is most likely your weak side. Most people are righty. Most people are just not used to working on the left side. So the first question he asked me is like, well, they're always passing me on the left. The first thing first, when you get here, when you're supine, they're gonna grab your cuff of the pants, and then the first thing they wanna do is do a Tarantula, right? So you're gonna go do Tarantula and pass. Boom. Okay, it's up to me if I stay down there or not, right? Or if I put my hands to frame. So for example, if he walks that way, I'm gonna put my hands to frame there. And of course there's gonna be a fight, but if he meets my hands that are to frame, he will retreat and try to go to the other side. So and then so I'm gonna be also ready to receive him on that side. That's the Toriano defense on the frames. But the frames can only take me so far. I need to do something with my feet. So before we start working on the side to sides, we're gonna take a little detour and we're gonna start here, right there where I'm square with him. And I was telling him, well, you can circle your feet inside and then this will be technically a spider guard. But the problem with the spider guard, when I go double spider, is that he can walk back and then he can put my legs down and then repeat the process, right? Pass around and then get me to side control. And you're gonna be like, oh, professor, I hate open guard. I have a hard time playing that well. The reason why is because there's no organization with what to do. So the first thing I'll do if I'm on bottom and someone grabs both of my pants like this, will be put one foot on the spider, see, on one side of my foot on the side of the group of the elbow, and the other one I'm gonna do a leg lasso motion. So instead of coming inside, I'm gonna go outside and dig my heel right there and my toes under the armpit. Now try to pass on this way and try to clear your pass. Nice, a little more comfortable because of this. And then this one, well, I can put it back and then look. Now about that one, I wouldn't grab anything. I would just grab the quarter. Now I'll square up with him, and I have control. So whenever he moves, now these two are really pulling him into me. Okay. So when they grab the cuff of the pants, you're always gonna go one side on the bicep, and then one side is gonna go leg lasso, and you're gonna use your shoelaces or the top of your foot to hook behind the triceps. And so now try to pass around. Does that feel comfortable? ¿Se siente cómodo? ¿Se siente cómodo pasar así?
Yo no.
No, of course. So he doesn't feel comfortable with it because I have this layer. Layer 1, layer 2. And I'll say the most important one, if you ask me, is always the leg lasso. Yeah, because here, try to do Toriano. You're gonna have to switch your grip, right? You're gonna have to let go. And then that gives me time.
Can you break his grip by like?
Yes, of course we can.
Yeah.
So if anything, if I don't want to deal with, I personally want you to grab me.
Okay.
Because if you don't grab me, then you're not anchored to me. If you're not anchored to me, it's hard for me to reach into you. Let's say if I'm here and I'm reaching for this, no me deja ver. No, saca la mano. No me deja mano. If I go from here, see, and now like I'm lost. I got nothing.
Yeah.
If he's holding in other hand, now look, at least I can have one. And with one, I can put this one here, break this one, lasso. And so I have my layers. And I like to play lasso more than spider these days because it's a stronger layer to protect yourself from the pass. If you pass on this side, see the head covers you, go back on the other. If it goes back on the other, it's a lot harder because of the leg, see the leg follows. Okay, so anyways, recap, double grip on the pants, okay? One goes on the spider, one goes on lasso, okay? Now, if you see him walking on the side, look at this, walk on the side, you're gonna put the Toriando, and then you're gonna put the lasso on one side, and you're gonna square up with the spider. And then now you have this. They call it Tarantula guard. There will be a spider if it's double sleeve, but because I'm doing collar and biceps, they call it Tarantula. And then it's a good way to learn how to square up and use your feet in front of them. No time to freak out. Now you ask me, Professor, how do I break the grips? This is a good question too. So anytime I see someone having grips, I would like to grab the sleeve and point my foot out and pull it in a way. See how his wrist starts to bend? Ooh, break it, step on the hip, and break it on the other side, step on the hip again, and put his arms in between my legs, like this. I don't want them like this, and if I do, well, push him, space, lasso. You keep them here, you can just squeeze them, and then start adjusting lasso, spider. Listen. Okay. Focus on understanding this first, and then if it passes you, framing, and then putting one in or over. Turn around this way. Go. So if I'm here passing, look, I can put it in like this, or I can put it over like a lasso. Use it to frame. Now square up this one. Now I can go and play guard. Alright guys, let's go. 1, 2, 3. You know, you put both of your feet here. And then he walks back and makes you see. And he gets you there. And then he said what to do. And I did remember explaining this at some point in this class. Maybe you guys, some of you weren't here. But if that happens and I don't have grips in the sleeve, that's fine with me. If I had the grip in the sleeve, I immediately go 1, 2. Okay. If I don't have the grips or I just don't feel like my fingers can take that grip, I'm gonna put both of my hands in front of the crook of the elbow. So whenever he starts walking to my left, and see I'm staying, see, I'm right here, facing away from him. I'm gonna bring my knees to my chest for 1 second, and I'm gonna square up with him. See where I just did? Okay, he walks to my right now. Same situation. I'm gonna push my arms, knees to my chest, and bring my legs in front of me. Okay? Now, as soon as I do that, now I'm gonna make a grips again, and I'm gonna go break 1, which is gonna let me to see the side lasso, and then guess what? This one I don't break it. Or if I want, I break it that way, and I come back with the spider. Now I have double sleeve. But the difference is that I have lasso. I wouldn't go double spider, because if I was to go double spider, he will go back to the center and repeat the formula, and I'll be here. And he's gonna put me on this loop of like, okay, well, he put my legs on the mat. Some people won't put him on the mat, some people will keep him floating. So then break it again, spider, lasso. That's why I put the spider lasso, because I don't want him to be able to sit me back. Try to sit me back. See, that doesn't work. And if it does, this is a strong lasso. You can start transitioning. Okay, but the idea is understanding that if I don't have a grip and he grabs my pen and he pulls me, I'm gonna have to sit out. Block their biceps. And the biceps, they're not overextending, they're just ready to frame. So whenever I see him walking to one side, look, I push and I square. He walks to the other side, I push and I square to follow. I push the side that he's walking. So if he's walking to my left, I'm gonna push my left hand. Go. Boom, get right there, slide, break 1, break 2 if you may, 1 on the biceps, 1 on the lasso. Now you guys are safe. I like to square up here, and then, well, I might show you a couple sweeps in a little bit. Right, practice it. I'm gonna open this realm of guard retention. So again, if the guy is here, he walks back and takes a step around, I can frame, and I can circle this leg inside, or I can circle this leg from the outside in. Okay, I can grab the frames here, break, I can step on the hip and square up. This will be collar sleeve. If I go and I'm here and I put the spider there and I switch over there, which is the one I want to work, is more Tarantula or Spider, which is a variation of the Tarantula, obviously. this foot's gonna go jump and step right here. Not farther in between the legs, just right in the middle. These two are gonna lift him over here. At the same time I'm breathing. Look. Now look, the leg was given to me. I'm gonna wrap it and I'm gonna bring this into my chest. Grab the ankle and then I'm gonna bring my hip as high as it can and then push him forward. And I go up and right here push. Boom. Once I get up here, look guys, I wanna go my right knee on this guy, on this case, but I wanna hold these legs like a wheelbarrow. So if you guys can, hold them and then try to get up on this knee. Once you get here, I wanna hold them too because I wanna start putting my knee on his belly, put pressure there, and I wanna avoid this heel on my hip. So that's why I hold it, and then when I go, I clear it out of the way, and then I move my butt to the other side. See that? So then this leg can come around. Let's start that now. The only way we can do the same is he pulls back. I'm here, I block. He walks on the side. I square up with him. I go break one. I go break two. I put myself feet on the hip. I grab the collar. Put the spider step. Load him again. Look, if I stay here and I let him step this foot here, no back step. So for that reason, I make sure that I get it out, and then I sit there. See, I cover that gap, pulls my hands, switch, put that pressure, that knee driving into that hip. And look how I'm hooking here, believe it or not, I'm doing a hook. When I can back step. This still hooking and controlling pressure más a fuente. Or, if anything, I'll do it slide down this way and go to side. So both techniques that we learned will take me into Tarantula and then into this very simple sweep, the double ankle sweep, the dummy sweep they call it. Mike, for you, I'll say, look, very important detail, push him a little bit away.
Yeah.
So if it's too close to you, you don't step passing the feet line.
Okay.
So you give him a little push back, and right there, look, boom.
Okay.
Now you grab the ankles.
Got it.
This knee over here makes a little hook behind, and then I reach. Hold it, get out. I like to pose both of my hands from the drill. Sometimes you can grab here. And yeah, that's the last one of the day. Let's go guys, 1, 2.